Hello and welcome to this video. I am River, the creator of seeing this video is about WatersHome, which I feel like might be obvious by the title, but you know, anyway, my hair is being annoying, I know. But so this is gonna be general information. I don't want to and also I'm going to cut some details because spoilers. Now, the first thing I do wanna say is this is not slice of life. Or well, for it's not just silly fun. Though there were some silly fun moments. There is think in especially the latter half think Mystreet season 4, and you get the idea. So here's a bit about the world. Oh yeah, the time lapse thing you're seeing is a place that is often visited in it. I didn't take my allergy. I forgot about taking my allergy things today, so I am sniffly. Yay. So you're gonna see characters described as non-human animals, which I'm going to preface they are, and I'm going to say that usually they aren't gonna look. They're basically each animal, every type of animal besides humans, because humans already have this have a humanoid form, which is why this doesn't really apply to humans since can't really humanoid a human kind of thing. That so, and there's also like some fictional species that are made for this, and with the exact ideas of them, you can probably find, but like how they're executed is kind of came mainly from my mind and wasn't really inspired by Max. Okay, so with that basic world stuff being said, main character. So we follow Sia Foam C. That's her first, middle, and last name. Okay, I'm gonna say that Sia's not originally the main character. This has been a thing I was seeing in my head for years. Originally this was gonna be following her mother, so, and this would be like a sequel thing, but I ended up scrapping her mother's storyline, and a lot has changed since the beginning of this. So yeah. There's a small chance you might have actually seen a video I have made about it from years ago. You probably haven't. I don't. It's pretty unlikely you had. So okay, and then there's also like magic in it. It's kind of like not necessarily like it's modernist fantasy. Well, it's like modern day plus fantasy, if you get what I mean, maybe. And there's also like a few there's also some like fictional plants in it, which were made for the purpose of it. Two of which that is mentioned a lot being water lakes, which is a type of tree that also have that vines often grow from, with those vines housing a flower that is known for magical properties as well as like restorative properties, kind of. It'll make a bit more sense than that. As well as the waterless drop, which is kind of like the mirror of it, of water lakes, being a flower that is, well, plant the both of them in a lake and you no longer have a lake. With some considering a few things means you don't want to go near this flower. Uh, kind of deadly, but yeah. Which you might recognize this from the title of the first book, called The Waterless Drop. So you might be able to get a few ideas about the story. Okay, and there's another thing I wanna mention, which is there were multiple there's 15 magnet types. The exact properties of each magnet type depends. Usually, someone can have up to 2 magnet types. There are some exceptions, which will be explored. Each magnet type is also assigned to a color or shade, except for one of them, which is tied to changing colors, or well, every color. I describe it as rainbow, which is you have which is quite literally what the magnet type is called. It's a look, this is I did not. There's only one thing I changed the name for, so species wise, so and that was like a minor tweak because I had misunderstood something. So anyway, and also there were two. You might hear glows described sometimes. And there were two types, one being a eye glow, or well, it's kind of more of like just a glow. Well, and then a wrapping glow, which moves around. But I will talk more about that when we get to the power video, or as well as magic beings video. And there were two things I want to mention about Sia. 3. So Sia's a water dog on her second life. Water dogs have 2 lives. And there's more to it, but she also entered her second life way too young, which causes some problems. You'll do for not necessarily problems, but causes her to be too powerful. Yeah, you'll hear more about what exactly that means in the book. Anyway, I'm going to say a little bit about the other characters. Only a little, because there are some characters I'm going to say only a little about most of them in order to avoid because some characters are very tied to the plot, and I don't want to reveal which ones are which. So, there were 7 characters who are part of the main group, including Sia. Those being Thyra C, who is the sister of Sia, as well as Snowball C, don't mix the two up, pretty similar names, who are Snowfall and Snowball are also siblings of Sia. You Then you have Eli Lake and Luke Lake, those two are siblings as well. The main part of the reason the cast is so big is because Sia's siblings. And then you have Hazelnut Valley Leaf. Valley Leaf is the last name. And then there were some characters that won't be appearing in the first book, but you might hear mentioned by name as they're gonna make an appearance in the second book. And then for the characters who appear but aren't necessarily part of the main group, we have Ocean C, who is the mother of Sia and her siblings. We have Eli and Luke's mom, who I've decided to change the name of, but I haven't decided on the name yet. And then we have you, Valley Leaf, who is the sister of Hazelnut. There were also some. Oh, and then we have Pearl Lake, who is really old. that's who is okay. And is a ancestor of Eli and Luke, but like by many generations. And then we have Wave Rainstone. Not Limestone, Rainstone. Who is also who is as old as Paul is, so Wave is also really old. Wave and Paul are kind of like mentors, I guess. You'll kind of see in the book. And then there's one character who's mentioned by name, but won't ever be seen in person in the book. In any of them, unless I go to the past, because can't really show someone who isn't alive anymore, and and that's Daffodil Valley Leaf, mother of you and Hazelnut. So that's characters. I would want to say more, but I think it'll be best up to find out in the story. If you're interested, there is a channel for WatersHome specifically, because I have yet to put anything new on that is canon, but you'll see if hopefully soon something, as there's a certain date I'm aiming for. So, well, I will be going now, and I will see you later. Water out. Bye.